Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in this community, and today will be no different. You know, the Alzheimer's Association Mid-South chapter has been making waves in our community for some time now as it continues to educate individuals about Alzheimer's disease and all that you need to know about this condition, as well as doing some phenomenal events that you need to know about. So we have a regular opportunity to talk to a very special guest who comes on from time to time to make sure that we stay up to speed on what's happening. She's Michelle Cain. She's Diversity Outreach Coordinator for the Alzheimer's Association Mid-South chapter, and she joins us again today. How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm great, Kenny. Thank you so much for having me today.
And you brought with you today a friend, Laura Morris. It's better and better. You know,
Yes.
I extend an invitation to you, you invite somebody, and then we have a great conversation. Laura Morris is an Alzheimer's Association ambassador and caregiver. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I get so excited, number one, because we got the purple on today, and that's a good thing. I want everybody to notice that. It's the symbol or the color of Alzheimer's awareness, and that's an important thing because the month of November is Caregivers Awareness Month. You also have a big event that's coming up that, you know, acknowledges that, but also seeks to raise funds for the local level and the regional effort to be able to help people understand this issue. And you also have a big Caregivers Conference that comes up. So lots of stuff happening. Let's talk about all of that today. Let's talk about the Caregivers Conference first.
Okay, our Caregiver Conference is November the 2nd, and it will be downtown at the Cooper House, 405 Randolph Avenue.
Great location, by the way.
Yes, and it is an awesome opportunity for professional and family caregivers to get much needed education and resources. And it doesn't even have to be just caregivers. It's open to the public, so anyone can register and come. If they want to know more information about brain health, more information about Alzheimer's and other related forms of dementia. We usually have about 150 to 180 people who come every year. And we also offer free CEUs for nurses and social workers. So it's a great opportunity for education.
And the cost of this event?
Free.
Yeah, see, this is just an amazing thing. And this is where I have to stop and I have to talk to those that are listening right now. So I talk to people all the time about a lot of different things. And one of the things that people talk to me about is the fact that they're a caregiver, that they're feeling a lot of stress, that they don't know where the resources are in the community. And it is so important that when we share information like this, that you not only write the information down, but that you share it with a friend, somebody else who could possibly benefit from this. I've been going for probably the last 3 years, maybe 4 years even. I can't remember, I've lost count. I don't have somebody who I'm directly taking care of. I know caregivers, but I know every time I go, I get just the most incredible information. I get to network with people. I get to learn about the resources in our community that help people with this condition, as well as there's a great lunch and the CEUs are free. I'm going to tell you there's no conference in this area that does that for you better than this conference right here. So as we talk about this right now, get a pencil, get a pen, get something to write this down, get a calendar so that you can check your calendar and be a part of this. That's my public information, my PSA, my public service announcement.
And a great one it was.
All
So
right,
thank you.
Great. Now let's get back to the interview. This is really, seriously, a great conference. I mean, I think this is a gift to the community.
We try our best. We try our best to let the community know that we support the caregivers that are here, that there is information and that there are resources available. So many families don't know what is available to them, and that is what we strive to do. Let them know that they're not in this fight alone, that there is information and resources available to them.
And Laura, this has to be a very important conference for you, this kind of initiative that the Alzheimer's Association leads out on. You are an ambassador. I want you to tell us what that means, but you're also a caregiver. So talk a little bit about your role and your work with this organization.
The first time I ever became aware of Alzheimer's or any type of the dementias was that I was a caregiver, but long before dementia came to live in my home. I preached, go to the Alzheimer's Association, telling all the families all the time, they can help you, there's resources. But then when my husband was diagnosed with vascular dementia, I didn't think I needed anyone, we could handle it, until I had a crisis. And then I went in the office and spoke with Brandy Medina, and they just all wrapped their arms around me. I needed them so desperately, and I didn't even know I needed them.
Wow.
But as an ambassador, I do things like this, just interview, educate. Anytime I can talk about Alzheimer's or any of the dementias, helping anyone. Richard Shelby is the senator that I work with. And he, of course, is in Washington and does a whole lot of our speaking for us. I go to a national forum every year in the spring, and it's just fantastic. I get to be me for a little while. When I'm at home, I am me, but I have a purpose with the Alzheimer's Association, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. What's it like being a caregiver? Because sometimes
it's a
people just don't know.
tired that I don't have words for it. It's every aspect of our life. We're in the retirement years now. We had hopes and dreams. We wanted to be beach bums, and we're not beach bums. We're just hazel green bums now. So it has taken a whole lot of our life away from us. Every day, just struggling to find something positive and remind him of what's positive. We recently have had our first grandson, and he's such a blessing, and that's what has kept me going. Caregivers, we don't take care of ourselves. I've had 2 heart attacks and some other health problems.
Stress related?
Very much stress related. And caregivers have to take care of themselves, because who's going to take care of their loved one? Yes, you may have other family members, but nobody knows how to take care of your spouse like you do.
Yeah. And I imagine as a caregiver, because you have a heart for caring for that person, first of all, there's a lot of emotion attached to that. There's a lot of dedication. There's a lot of commitment attached to that. You're so focused on that. And there's so many demands, you've got on your time, on your resources, just everything that's happening in your life, that it becomes difficult for many caregivers to find the time to take care of the caregiver.
Exactly.
And Michelle, I know that's one of the big messages that you all send through your educational initiatives, through the Caregivers Conferences, that help is available out there. That part of what has to happen, as Laura was saying, somebody has to know about it. And you have to not be in denial or break through the denial of having this challenge and reach out to somebody and say, I need help, like Laura did.
And one of the things that we really try to emphasize is that we try our hardest to get to families before they get to crisis mode.
Yeah.
I want families to know that there is help available before they actually need us. Because a lot of times when you're in that crisis mode, you're not thinking clearly, you're just trying to manage, you're just trying to get by day to day, you're just trying to stop the hemorrhaging. So if we can get to you before that happens, and you know that there is a reliable source of information, you know that there are community resources, you know that there is a listening ear, if you just need to vent, whatever you need, there is someone there around the clock to give it to you. That is what I want families in our community to understand and to know and to actually take advantage of. That they can call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and there is someone on the other line. There is a live body there to help you with whatever you need.
In this high-tech society, that is so important. Every time you emphasize that, I really affirm and recognize and appreciate the value of the Alzheimer's Association. To know that 24/7, 365 days, somebody's going to be there to be able to answer that call, because like you said, at the point that somebody is in crisis, it's like their world just shuts down around them. And it's hard to see beyond the point of whatever that adversity is. You try to reach people before that, but just in case you don't, there is an answer. And there's a lifeline out there for people if they can just reach out, which is why we try to emphasize this all the time. Night Under the Purple Stars, just a big fundraising event that's a fun event, but also a very sober event, because it shines the light on Alzheimer's and educational needs, advocacy needs, treatment needs, and all the other things Tell us about that event.
Yes, this is our second annual Night Under the Purple Stars Gala. And what we try to do is help families know that they're not in this alone. So we want caregivers to come to this event. We want them to bring their loved ones. And if you have a loved one who is not able to sit through the evening, there is respite care available. So we have caregivers on site, or caregivers that, if you're comfortable with that, can come to your home to stay with your loved one so you can have a few hours out that evening. And what we're trying to raise the funds to do is offer respite grants for caregivers. There are not enough respite grants in the state of Alabama.
And the need is growing.
The need is growing.
Yeah.
And TARCOG does a great job at giving out respite grants, and so does Alabama Respite, but they need help. They run out of money. And then we have families who call us, I need, someone to stay with my loved one for 2 days so I can go to my daughter's graduation. Just those little things. So if we can raise enough funds to help families throughout the year, that is what we're trying to do. And we also are going to use the funds to offer more early stage programs for people who are in the early stages of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Social engagements, educational programs, that is what we want. We want families to know that there is help available to them. And so we're very excited about the gala. As you can tell, I get a little bit excited about it.
It's quite all right. Just tell us where it takes place, when it takes place.
It is going to be November the 7th at the Huntsville Museum of Art. Nice. We'll have a silent auction, live music, great food. And one of the great things about it is that the program is short. Every speaker on the program, no one's going to be there talking for 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, because we understand when you're caring for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's disease, time is of the essence. And so we don't believe in keeping people for long periods of time. We are short and to the point, and you get everything you need, and you'll still have a ball, have a great time, and be helping our community.
Sounds like my kind of event personally. As many as I go to that go on and on and on and on. I love events that are focused and get the job done. Laura, we got about 30 seconds, but I just want to give you one opportunity also to say to somebody out there that's listening today who is maybe contemplating making that phone call, who may be out there suffering in silence. As a caregiver, what would you say to that person?
Don't be alone. You've got to reach out. Your health is who you need to look out for, your own.
Yeah. I was returning from a trip the other day, and I was reminded once again that when you're on the airplane, the airline attendant always says that if there's an emergency, you get your oxygen in place first before you help somebody else. You're of no good to anyone in life if you're not taking care of yourself. So there's nothing that should cause a feeling of guilt, even though I know that's part of it.
It is.
I think this whole process is about networking and finding resources and ways to be able to make that happen and to alleviate the burden of a tremendous responsibility from some very dedicated people like Laura.
Thank you.
And we really appreciate that. Michelle, always good to talk to you.
It's always great talking to you too, Kenny.
Again, if people want more information, give us some quick ways to connect to you.
The quickest ways to connect to us are our 1-800 number, 800-272-3900, alz.org/ALTN, or you can visit our Facebook page, and that is Facebook, Alzheimer's Association Mid-South Chapter, Huntsville.
All right. And of course, Michelle is Diversity Outreach Coordinator for that great organization. Laura Morris is an Alzheimer's Association Ambassador and Caregiver. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for all the great work that you're doing. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for your support, Kenny.
All right. I want to thank you for being a part of our conversation today. We hope that you've noted both of those events. They are the Caregivers Conference that takes place every year, as well as the Night Under the Purple Stars. Doesn't that sound really cool? It's going to be a great night. We'll put that information on not only our Facebook page, but also the Impact with Kenny Anderson Facebook page, as well as posting information about how you can get tickets and all of those other good things so that you can be a part of this event. Let's help the community turn out for a very positive event that's going to make a difference in someone's life. We hope that you enjoyed the show that you just watched on television. You can go to our Facebook page, Impact with Kenny Anderson, like that page, check out a video of the show that you just saw, and see shots of what happens once the camera stops rolling. For Impact, I'm Kenny Anderson. I hope that you have a great day.